Good afternoon, good morning, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brad Britt. I work for the Air Force Wounded Warrior Program as a transition program manager. I'm here today. We have a great guest today, Larry Miller from USVCC, who's going to talk to us a little bit about an upcoming event for our warriors and for warriors across the board. So with that, Larry, I want to turn it over to you, let you introduce yourself, maybe talk a little bit about the USVCC, and then we'll go right into talking about this great event.
Okay. Hey, Britt, thank you very much. Thanks for the time, and appreciate everything the Air Force program does for our veterans or service members and their families. A phenomenal program that the Air Force has, and I'm very honored to be able to spend a few minutes with you all today. My name is Larry Miller. I'm a retired Marine Colonel. I retired about 6 months ago. Had the last couple years working with Wounded Warriors. Was very familiar with the programs in the Air Force. Was a great sister program to our program, the Marine Corps. And provides an invaluable service to everybody, and does things in a Herculean effort that most people don't even realize that go on a day-to-day basis. Today, I'm honored to talk about the United States Veterans Chamber of Commerce. We've put together a virtual hiring fair for 9 and 10 December this year. The whole idea behind the hiring fair was with obviously everybody with COVID and the lack of in-person hiring fairs. We did some research, talked with the programs, including the Air Force, and asked if they were interested in being part of a virtual hiring event to meet their transition requirements that are mandated by both Congress and by DoD, which everybody agreed with. So we've established this hiring fair so that folks worldwide, from Ramstein in Afghanistan all the way to Korea and Okinawa, can log in a reasonable amount of time. Not at 2 o'clock in the morning and type your eyelids open, type call that we're all used to, and be able to look for companies. Our goal is we should have anywhere from between 50 to 100 companies and institutions. As of today, some examples, we have Amazon, Home Depot, FedEx, we have Excelsior, Norwich College, Waldorf. So we're growing companies and colleges that are out there. The whole idea for the job fair is for the veteran, the transitioning service member, their spouse, and their caregiver, which is unique because the spouses and the caregivers are very critical part of the family dynamic. And a lot of times they're actually the one we probably need to target the most versus the veteran. And it might not sound correct, but it's a very important thing to target that population and make sure they have opportunity. And they bring a lot to the table. Job fair itself is free to anybody that signs up to it. It's all virtual. You will be able to see all the booths in there once the website goes live. It's being built behind the scenes, but it's obviously not in a live format. And in the job fair, it'll be searchable for everybody. So you can search by region, you can search by cleared jobs, you can search by major categories: STEM, business, human resources, transportation, logistics. I've tried to narrow this down so that everybody does not have the usual job fair concern when they walk through the door. Do I turn left or do I turn right? And that's how I start a job fair. This will give you an opportunity. All the companies and colleges will be able to see your resume once you upload your resume. They will be able to contact you. They could contact you prior to even the hiring fair to have an interview, and you may get hired before. We will do after the job fair a follow-up about 90 days after, and we will email everybody and say, did you get something out of it? Did you get a job or go to school or whatever else? And we'll go from there. The last thing is your personal information is private. It's held on a secured server. It is the company we're working with is Premier Virtual out of Florida. It's a veteran-owned company, and they are DoD certified. So we're very mindful of personal information and those kind of things.
I mean, I think it's a great way to host it. And the thing is, I don't think the virtual space is going away anytime soon. I mean, just because look at the range it gives you. You can reach more people across the country, just like you said, you're having it. You know, people who are CONUS are going to be able to attend this. I think I'm looking forward to it. I mean, whenever I tell someone to do something, I do it first.
Yeah.
So I went and I registered. When you sent me the link, I'm like, okay, I want when I tell someone to register, I want to tell them how easy it is. So I'm going to share my screen just so people can see your guys' website as I continue to talk about it. But I went in there, I registered. It was very quick. It was very easy. As long as you have a resume ready to go, you put it in there, and it was very, I think I did it in less than 5 minutes, probably less than that. But I just want to make sure I attached the right resume. And for me, it's just, now I can go and tell, our warriors, hey, you can do this. Very simple. Lean forward, work on your resume, go to this website, click on the link, and you can see, what is going to be taking place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right here, go ahead.
No, I apologize, Brett. So for everybody out there, is if you click on today, you'll see maybe 15, 20 companies and schools. Click on a week from now, you'll see more. So don't be discouraged and think because we're still a month out that everybody's signed on, because we're keep building day over day over day. And that's important because we want you to come back and take a look. And then that way, as somebody's looking for a job or education, you can do your own market research and get an idea of who interests you and what may be out there. And there's some great companies. What's interesting is you have some smaller companies in there too that actually do Herculean effort. Department of Homeland Security, as we're working on today, is they're actually going to probably have all 7 departments from Border Patrol to FEMA to Secret Service. So they're working through their bigger, how they're breaking it out. So some of these organizations are much broader. The last thing on this, and Brad, as you know, being a transition specialist and being a very good one at this with the Air Force, is just because a company might say, hey, I only have something, say, in the Southwest right now. Most of these companies, I'm finding, they have stuff all over the place. They may not have something that day, but that doesn't mean they're not interested in it. So if you put your best foot forward in your effort, then you'd be surprised at what else is on the table. The last plug I like to put in for everybody is don't underestimate the option of looking at the colleges and stuff in there. Excelsior College, phenomenal online college, provides a lot for the military, does a lot of military connection of their students back into, particularly in the Washington, D.C., into the 3-letter agencies and the government agencies up here. But Norwich is a huge college that has very deep ties through the military across there. I know the Air Force has very deep ties, Marine Corps, Army. So if you're not interested in a job initially, but you want to use your GI Bill, don't hesitate to look at them, because these are run by the people you'll talk to are actual veterans like us that were in the service, and they want to make you successful, and that's the key. So I wish everybody the best of luck on this thing. Please bear with us as we build this thing, because it will grow over time, and you'll see more and more stuff on this thing come out, and you'll see more and more companies and more options. The final point I'll put is a couple of weeks out from the event, we will upload a number of videos. These are helpful videos about like resumes, interviewing techniques and stuff. Some of the companies have asked to put videos inside their booths, which is their hiring window. And they're going to be very informative. Some of them are just out there to inform you as a veteran of who you are. So I appreciate it.
I just want to touch on a few things you brought up. And even if you're looking for employment, there's a good chance you're going to look at education options in the future. So like you said, take time, look at these universities, look at what they have to offer. You also touched on, this is not just for the warriors. This is not just for the veterans. This is for the caregivers and spouses. And I think you're 100% correct when you say that that's a population we need to spend more time on, because they're the ones who maybe have given up a few careers, and now we're going to get to a place where they can settle in and start that. So I think it's a great thing that you guys are doing. I'm going to go ahead and share it one more time just so everybody can look at it and knows where to go. And then, I hopefully will be able to follow up with you again, maybe before this event, but definitely get this information out there so everybody has an opportunity to go and visit this and register and attend.
Yep. And please follow us on LinkedIn, especially because we're finding that majority of the people are finding this on LinkedIn. And I know Air Force, Brad, as you've been out there on LinkedIn, I'm out there on LinkedIn, USVCC's out there on LinkedIn, Excelsior College. So please follow us on LinkedIn because you'll see a lot of the updates and stuff in real time.
And it's just a great place. You should be anyways if you're trying to look for a position. So
That's exactly it.
I think that leads right into something else, but definitely get on there, follow what they're doing on LinkedIn. I look forward to, sharing this with everybody. Larry, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to getting this out there, and I hope to speak with you again soon. Thank you very much for your service. And I think there's an important day for you Marines coming up pretty soon, isn't there?
It is, and happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. And this year, I can honestly say this is my first year being that person as the veteran.
Well, I really appreciate all the service. Thank you for all the service that you provided, and thank you for what you did for the Marines. And I really appreciate it. So everybody have a good day. I hope to see you there.